Hey everyone, today is just a very quick video to illustrate something that came up recently as I was doing a connected conform. There are really great videos on connected conform and publishing, and I certainly hope you check them all out. This quick video is just about a gotcha that I think came up, and it certainly plagued me for a little while, and so hopefully if it helps any of you, I'm glad that I can pass this information onward. I haven't really seen it talked about in any of the other videos that go over connected conform, so I thought it was worth just kind of walking through. So I'll do the steps really quickly, and then when I get to the point of what I want to showcase, I will highlight that for sure. So most of this will be pretty familiar. I'm going to load, let's say, a 15 edit that we got. No big surprises. I'll go look for the material that we have. I'm going to scan for it. My match criteria is just set to timecode. Everything linked up. No big surprises here. I'm going to create a source sequence. And in my source sequence, we are going to create a source segment connection. And now everything is kind of linked up. Now what I like to do is rename the shots and rename the clips, because that's how we work in our studio, and that just works best for our pipeline. So I don't like seeing these take names. Even if there's new edits coming in, doesn't really matter. I can always hover over to kind of figure out what the take was. So in this particular case, we'll do a rename shot. We work linearly, 10, 20, 30, etc. So in this case, we'll do a background index or background segment, and I'm gonna do 2 hashtags and a 0. So we go 10, 20, 30. And then I want to also rename the clip. Let's pretend this is for Home Depot or something like that. So we'll do the same background index and do hashtag 0. So now I have 10, 20, 30 HD underscore 10, 20, 30. So that's exactly how I want to leave it. Might also just color these clips just to differentiate for anything else that might come in. And now in our original edit, we are good to go. So let's say we've been working, etc. I didn't do the handles yet, but that's only because, let's say in this pretend scenario, I knew the next edit was coming the next day, and why not? There's no reason to do it yet, although I could, but I'm just going to go ahead and wait till I can kind of conform everything. So in this next edit that comes in, let's go get this. Nothing too different here. We have an edit. I don't know exactly what clips are shared, so we want to first look through our source sequence to see what we can borrow from clips that have already been conformed before we go look for new clips on our server. So to do that, I'm just going to match these out. So I have them all selected, hit the M key, choose a reel, and now here's our 3 clips. I'm going to open our new edit, go to conform, and I want to make sure that I search for these clips on this desktop path. So we're going to set this as our conform location, and I see that we have linked up to 2 of the clips from the first edit. Now, this is where it gets frustrating by default. So as you can see, it didn't take the clip name or the shot name, and that is super annoying for me. Luckily, it's right here in the conform tab that we have keep clip name and keep shot name. So I'm gonna hit undo with just Control Z, and now with these 2 selected, and I set this as my conform search location, you can see that it took the clip and shot name from the edit that I had already kind of treated. So that is kind of the gotcha that I wanted to kind of illustrate, because otherwise you'd have to rename it manually, or you'd be living in this world that has shared segments that have different names, and I find that super just kind of frustrating and unnecessary. So you might not have looked at this recently, so I just wanted to point it out that it is there. To continue on this thread, just so we could finish this edit, I need to Let's see, look for the additional sources. So here's my sources. I'm going to scan this. I see that I have a couple that are confusing. So that's 429, let's say 900. So I want to make sure I link to this clip. So we'll force link that. This is the other one. We'll force link this one. And now we have our edit, but we need to update the source sequence. We can do this manually. I could drag them out, but in this particular case, I can actually just do an update source sequence. And as you can see, they've been kind of added to our edit. I need to still create the segment connection, the source segment connection. So we'll do that right now. Let's see, I think I can just do that. And now we have linked up to our other edit. We need to also name these clips. So I'm going to go to rename shot. It'll be the same background index, and we're just going to continue the naming. In this particular case, I think it's more than okay. So another hashtag 0. And now we have 40, 50, and 60. And then we'll also rename this clip. Let's see, HD with the same underscore for the background segment. And now I can, let's see, go ahead and color this. Let's say bright green. We're going to sync these connected segments. And now in our edit B, we have our 3 newly bright green clips that I colored in our source sequence. But as you can see, we don't have the ones that we borrowed from the 15 linked up, and that's no problem. So if that happens to you in this particular case, in your sources sequence, I can also just sync these connected segments. And now in our 15 edit B, you'll see that everything is linked up. If I take a look, we are all connected and ready to go. And now I can, let's see, because I'm using the source sequence, now that I've got all the clips ingested, we'll just go ahead and now we can do our consolidate handles. Let's just go to 10 frames. And from here, we'll just sync the segments one more time, and you will see the handles have all properly kind of been adjusted as needed for our spot. So we are good to go. I hope that this kind of helps clarify a few things, just if you're doing a lot of shot renaming and clip renaming. And yeah, hit me up if there is anything else I can help you with on this matter. Thanks. Bye.